You have done all the reading, synthesized the research, and now you are finally typing up your essay. But as the words hit the page, they sound exactly like a text message to a friend. The ideas are solid, yet when the paper comes back, the professor has not engaged with your argument. Instead, the margins are filled with red ink pointing out your informal tone. What you missed is the academic register. This is the specific, formal style of communication that scholars use to present information clearly and objectively. By applying a simple 3-step editing checklist, we can strip away casual writing habits and elevate your draft into accredited university-level argument. Step 1 starts with the easiest mechanical fixes, scrubbing out the everyday writing habits that instantly flag your work as amateur. Look at this academic style guide. Point A1 gives a strict rule: avoid contracted forms. In an academic paper, mustn't becomes must not, and it's becomes it is. Identify any casual contractions in your draft and expand them into their complete formal equivalents. The guide also points to punctuation. Look at point A3. Academic writing requires an objective tone, which means avoiding punctuation that indicates a personal attitude or emotional state, like exclamation points. Returning to our sentence, we drop the exclamation point. A simple period does the job. Stripping away contractions and emotional punctuation creates immediate professional distance, giving your text a baseline of academic objectivity. Step 2 is the vocabulary upgrade. We need to replace the colloquial language used in everyday speech with precise, formal terms. This textbook excerpt defines a key feature of the academic register: high lexical density. This means packing a high proportion of precise, content-rich words into a sentence relative to basic grammar words. To achieve this, scan your draft for vague adjectives and verbs, words like big, good, or thing. The style guide provides clear alternatives. Look at point A2. A lot of tightens into many, and a vague phrase like pretty good is upgraded to the specific word encouraging. Let's apply this technique. Notice how swapping out one vague, everyday modifier for a precise, academic alternative immediately elevates the entire claim. But be careful to avoid the thesaurus trap. Do not blindly swap in complex, multi-syllable words if you do not fully understand their specific nuance within your discipline. Academic writing relies on the exactness of the word, not how long or impressive it looks on the page. By selecting specialized vocabulary, you convert a loose observation into a definitive, scholarly claim. Step 3 is a significant adjustment, moving from a subjective, personal voice to an impersonal, academic one. This starts with your pronouns. Section C, point 8 of the guide is direct. Avoid using I or we to express an opinion. Instead, we use what the literature calls impersonal constructions. The goal is to keep the focus strictly on the research rather than the researcher. The text gives us 3 tools to do this. First is the passive voice. By writing, "the solution was heated," you effectively obscure who actually heated it, putting the focus entirely on the experiment itself. The second tool is the dummy it subject. Phrasing a sentence as, "it was possible to interview the subjects," allows you to state a fact without attaching your personal presence to the action. The third tool is the use of abstract rhetors. This is where you give agency directly to the evidence, using phrases like "the data suggest" or "Table 2 shows." You can apply this same logic when introducing the goals of your essay. Instead of writing, "in this essay I will explore," use an impersonal structure, like "this paper analyzes" or "the findings indicate." Let's fix our draft. Stripping away the personal pronoun and subjective verb creates a neutral, fact-based construction. By eliminating yourself from the sentence, you transfer the authority of the argument from your personal feelings to the weight of the data itself. Let's look at the final transformation. On the left is the casual draft, filled with contractions, vague words, and subjective statements. On the right, the revised text. It is likely that the policy will have a significant impact on local economies. Therefore, these results are encouraging. The underlying ideas are identical, but the delivery has adapted. You are now communicating in the precise, objective format required by the academic community. Take a look at the introduction of your current assignment. Run it through this 3-step checklist, strip out the casual language, and submit your next paper with absolute authority.